afternoon, everybody. Mark Colazzo here. You're welcome. Here for another fabulous episode of Fishtown Features. I am thrilled today to have Holly Heenan, owner, operator of Another Chance Consignment, 404 E Girard, here today to show us this wonderful and, by the way, beautiful smelling store. Holly, welcome. Welcome to Fishtown officially in this capacity.
Yes, thank you.
I have to be, one of the reasons why we do this is because the store is great, and we're going to go through all the things that you do here, but everybody has a personal story to tell of how you got here.
Yes.
Yours is extraordinary. It's moving. I think the name Another Chances, we're going to learn, has a meaning. So tell us a little bit about you, of how you got to be the queen of consignment of the Fishtown District.
Yeah, I'm already choking up.
Okay.
So I am an accountant by trade, and I just turned 50 in August. And I went through breast cancer last year. I had a double mastectomy, reconstructive, chemo, everything. And then I was supposed to go back to work the day after Labor Day. And there was just something, my gut, this has been a retirement dream of mine. And there was just something about like not wanting to go back to the corporate world and trying out my dream a little bit early. I had the chance, I was off on short-term disability. So, talked to the CFO of my company and we talked it out. He's like, you have to do this. And within a month, I opened this place. Yes.
And you said this was your dream. Was it retail, or was it this specific type of business?
This specific type, consignment. I've been a thrifter my whole life since I could go out shopping myself. I only really shop in Goodwill and thrift stores. I would spend hours there, and at the mall I might spend 5 minutes. Yes.
Now, why do you choose to do that? What is so appealing about it?
The appealing thing is, first, you get a bang for your buck. You can get a lot more than buying a shirt at the mall, but also you get something unique, something that somebody else doesn't have. My favorite pieces are probably my thrifted pieces in my closet. One of this, and also, and if I'm sure everybody's aware, fast fashion, it just, the landfills are just filling and filling and filling with clothes that people are discarding.
Yeah, like this looks like they're discarded, so they may end up on your shelves.
Yes.
But what's so great about this is there's, like, you have a spot here which kind of caught my eye, besides the Eagle sports stuff, which is right up my alley and I'll be buying.
Yes.
It's the local vendors, the local makers that you kind of focus on in this section. If you could tell me about who they are and why it's so important to kind of bring them to your shop.
Sure. Not everybody is for, pre-worn, pre-loved clothing. And so when I opened, I knew a lot of creators, artists, and I was like, you know what? I want to bring them. And it kind of gives like, a little bit of a different aspect to a consignment shop. So I knew a few and I reached out and said, I want to sell your items in my shop. And they were like, definitely. And it's been great. The reception has been awesome. Now,
this is not necessarily made for me, but can I pull this one down? Because I think this is like can I say, the cutest little thing you ever saw. Now,
Yep.
Who made this? Because you were telling me about her.
Yep, this is Fishtown Stitch. So
Does it
she
fit, by the way?
is a local mama in right here in Fishtown, obviously, Fishtown Stitch, and she started off, I believe, with just the baby sweaters, and then has expanded. Yeah.
No,
Pillows now too.
Oh, love it. And
Yes.
it's such a kind of cozy feel. Did you have that vision in your mind the whole time as you're planning this all these years? Pushing numbers into computer, it's such a stretch.
It is. So my first job as an accountant was for an architect firm. So I love rehabbing. I rehabbed 2 houses here in Fishtown. And that is kind of, I'm not an art, I wouldn't call myself an artist, but I do love taking like pieces that are used and putting them in style, if you know what I mean.
Could you do that for me? Because I've also
Sure.
been used and could used to go back and
stuff.
stuff.
Going on right
It's
here.
my own, as someone told
Well,
me.
it's
good.
That's what you need. Your own, exactly.
And that's why I kind of love these shops, because I'm 57, and I look every day of it. But I'm at the point now, seriously, where I want to wear like what makes you kind of happy, even if it's a little louder.
Yep.
So I think these shops are great places to find those type of things, and I will be shopping at the Eagle section below me.
That's Sister Aileen. She makes all my sports gear, besides Fishtown Stitch.
And I think you told me the Eagles were 25% off.
25%
no reflection
No.
on the Super Bowl champs, but it is baseball time.
Yes, yes.
Now, are those, we have some pictures on the wall here,
Yes.
which are very lovely. Are they done by one artist, one place?
They are my neighbor Jeff. He's a carpenter. He does all the woodworking here, and he does these beautiful sunsets, which were a hit definitely over Christmas for gifts. Just over like pieces of paper. Yeah, he's actually in school right now. He's an old, I think he might be like 57 at the University of Arts, going for art
Never
history.
too late.
Yes, exactly.
If I had a talent,
Yeah.
I'd go back and foster it. But you also have more than just kind of clothes here. I think that's, when we talk about consignment, it's not just buy somebody's vintage clothes, whatever.
No.
There's makers type things. So we
Yes.
have here, see, this is right up my alley.
Okay.
Even if I'm not sure what they are, they're very, very cool.
The Adair parents hate me for these because their kids love them. But this is a retired crossing guard Lorinda that was right here at this corner. When I was opening, she showed me one of the keychains, and I said, I have to sell those at my shop. Her nephew makes these on a 3D printer.
Those are awesome. I
Yes.
think that's a dinosaur.
Yes, that is correct.
Look at me. Love it. So, and you have to tell me about the game ball.
So my doctor nominated me as a cancer survivor at this game, and me, my daughter, and my brother, who's a diehard Eagles fan, and they almost did not win that game. Which
I
was
remember
a little
that
scary. And my sister-in-law, we all went to the game. We're on the field, and they presented me the game ball.
Now, you told me your daughter is 7 now.
She's 7,
But
yes.
she's not a fan of the shop yet.
Not yet. Just because it takes away sometimes of mommy and me time.
But this doesn't bribe her in any way, because I will tell
she
you,
likes playing with it.
that would
Yes.
satisfy me for hours.
Yes.
So I want to get to, again, because your story's so great and you look fantastic.
Thank you.
We were talking the other day about we're planning a future event, stay tuned, and we kind of stayed away for one weekend because we knew it was the Broad Street Run. And I see the sign right up there that you're running to be a survivor in the Broad Street Run.
Yes.
Tell us about how long you've been doing it and why that's so important to you.
Yeah, so I have been running Broad Street, oh gosh, probably since my college days. There's a few of my close friends that even when as we got older, we would do some races in the spring. That's when we would get together. And so I didn't get to run Broad Street last year because of the cancer. And then this year I got a pair of new sneakers like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, can I do this? And I was like, I can do this. And I am a volunteer for the American Cancer Society long term, and I was like, I'm gonna run for them. Why not? Cancer research.
Are you getting
It's what
people to
saved me.
donate to?
I am.
How can
Yes.
they find that to do that to help you?
They can find it. I'll put a link onto my Instagram, anotherchance_Fishtown. I did put a post, but I believe I don't have a link. Or if they're stopping by the shop, I have a little vase there. They can throw some coins in. Any little amount helps.
No, that's great, and it's so wonderful that you're taking your story to fulfill your dream and
Yes.
help other people do it too.
Yeah. Since I've been I guess, rang the bell, I know 5 people that have been designated with breast cancer.
Well, listen, again, you're inspirational and make me feel like a slacker.
No.
If you need someone to drive behind you on Broad Street, Holly, back into the sort of the clothing area. Now, how do you
Yes.
break this up? I see some guys things, so it's sort of for everybody here, right?
Yes, it is. I try to include everybody, all sizes, all genders. Basically, these are pre-loved clothing and some new at tags from fellow Fishtown neighbors. We have the most fashionable neighbors, I will tell you. Some work at Free People, Urban Outfitters. Some just have great style, or all of them have great style. But basically, yeah, mostly it's all women's. We have a small men's section because men like to wear their stuff to the very end.
Till it rips and there are holes in it.
Exactly. Unless their partners are like, clean out your
Yes.
closet, we're going over to another chance. And then, of course, because I'm a mama, we have a kids section also. Yeah.
Now, how do you go about getting the clothes that you now get to hit people to come here and buy?
So they make an appointment. They contact me on _Fishtown on Instagram. I take appointments Monday through Thursday, 11 to 4. They come in, we go through, they know what I'm looking for. I let them know beforehand. It's always seasonal, excellent condition, or new with tags. And we go through it, and then I inventory in my system. They get an account on their end, so they can see what I'm pricing it for when it's selling, and then or if they need to bring more stuff in because they're down to like only 2 things left.
You used a term, I'm thinking of saying, pre-loved, is that right?
Pre-loved.
Did you make that up? 'Cause
No.
That's awesome.
I did not. No.
She made it up. Can you tell what that means? I think it's great.
Pre-loved, like, because I'm not selling things with stains or anything like that. So somebody may have worn something once, right? And to like an event that they were going to, and they're not going to wear it again, or that, you know, we fluctuate with our weight, right? Sometimes, so
Sadly, yes.
Either way, it's pre-loved. They wore it once, took care of it, and now they want to give it another chance.
Do you get a lot of people coming in asking for specific things or specific types of things?
I don't. But maybe once in a while, like somebody wanted Madewell overalls in their size. So maybe it's more specifically their size. But no, the overall comment is that we have a great selection here at Another Chance.
Well, I can see it, even though love that style. Don't think it's mine.
No.
My size. But I want to make everybody clear. It's also not just clothes. We have shoes. We have different types here. I think all the way back for the kids. So you kind of really something for everybody. You could literally get your full outfit here.
Right here, I have a $700 suit never worn. A woman was going to marry her partner in it, and she decided on a dress, I believe. But
I thought you were going to say a different partner.
No.
Which would have been a cool story.
They are happily married.
All right, well, that's good too. Now I have to ask Holly, why Fishtown? This is because your story's so great. This is your dream.
Right.
Why'd you pick here?
So I am from Port Richmond, born and raised. Once I moved out of my parents' house, I moved to Fishtown on Wildy Street, actually Wildy and Day. Rented there, and this is right before the gentrification, right before Johnny Brenda's. Paul bought Johnny Brenda's. And then I loved that side of Wildy Street. Fishtown is so accessible. You can walk down to Center City if you want to. You go to the park, it's right there. You don't even, at this point, I don't even need to leave Fishtown, which is kind of...
This is why we're going to hire her to do all marketing. This is awesome.
No, honestly, I love it. I love the grittiness of it. I mean, my front door, my landlord will not replace that screen door, but I'm keeping it because it's gritty.
It's part of the personality.
Exactly.
We always like to promote with Fishtown. It's like the whole world is right outside your door.
Yes.
So you really don't have to leave.
Yep.
So again, thank you, Holly.
Thank you.
For everything, and we're so inspired by
Thank you for everything you do for the businesses.
We're here at Another Chance Consignment, 404 East Girard. Holly, tell everybody how they can find you on Instagram, social media.
Yes, so Another Chance _Fishtown on Instagram. I believe that is also for my Facebook. And then Another Chance _Fishtown @gmail.com.
And we'll see you soon on another Fishtown Features. Bye, everybody.